I'm changing who I am. I'm making a new plan, rearranging my life, and I won't look back ever again. You can't stop what's moving. You can't stop what's moving. I'm changing my life, and I won't look back ever again.
From Yokohama, Japan, this is Eric Jones. Welcome to EJ's Voicecast, my journey to becoming a professional voiceover artist. I hope you enjoy the show, and I hope you listen to many, many more. Thank you. Well, yes, it's about time I got back to you guys. Been pretty busy. I did have a great time at the class I told you about, the BTS. So this is a BTS recap. We got lots of helpful feedback on our reads, as well as information on how to proceed forward in our chosen profession. We covered topics like using a lead-in to read a script. And the lead-in is where you start the read by addressing a friend or other person as if you're explaining, what it is you're about to talk about. So if you are reading a commercial for shaving cream, and you can say something like, "Hey, Bob, I found this great shaving cream. It's called insert product name here," like Gillette or whatever you want to put in there. And then you just carry on reading as if it's a conversation between a couple of friends. This helps you get the read to sound like a conversation rather than a sales pitch, like, "Buy Gillette today." It's more like, "Hey, man, just the other day I was down at the store and I picked up this new shaving cream called Gillette, Ultra Smooth. Yeah, it works pretty well." So it was a good class. Unfortunately, I could not stay awake through the whole thing. So I was going to watch the post, but they only gave them 48 hours to post it. And I missed it because of work, some stuff at work. So I only got through like half of one of the other classes I wanted to get into. And that's the class. The class makeup was about 20 people. Not everybody who signed up could make it, but everyone got a chance to read a script that they either supplied themselves, they pulled it down from somewhere, or they made one themselves, or one was handed to them. So everyone learned something from their reading with the feedback coming from our coaches. Everyone learned something from someone else's reading, from what the coaches and the class, the peers, had to say. A lot of positive energy. So, that's the proper word today. Pretty good. I was amazed to see just how someone, with the addition of like a couple of hand gestures or a tilt of the head, would improve their read just using your body language. I mean, I've done it and I've been told that the read was better, but actually watching somebody do it, that was interesting. So there are people in the class from all over. One person was in the UK. I think he was in Scotland, another from the Faroe Islands, and myself from here. We covered some pretty good time zones. Unfortunately, as I said, I had to drop off after we did the coaching session. They went into a panel, and I had to get some sleep because I had to go to work the next day. Couldn't get out of it. So I accomplished my goal by getting through the coaching session, but missed out on the panel. And as I mentioned earlier, I wasn't able to take advantage of the recordings, but I have been told that that's going to be bundled into another course on branding. And I guess the course that I missed after that, I think that was the marketing one. That will show up later also. Yeah. So now working on improvements. One of the coaches brought up the pay-to-play sites and mentioned that we should Google the ones we're using and ones we're interested in to find out their reputation. Apparently, some of them have pretty poor ethical standards. Yeah, they didn't go into detail. They didn't actually say which ones. They just said, well, check them out And I did check them out. And the one that I use, voices.com, in the past had some issues. Maybe they've ironed them out. Maybe not. I haven't had a gig and then had something go wrong, so I can't really speak to that. I did find a post on the CEO of voices.com, and there was some back and forth between, I guess, him and somebody who was critiquing his company. But then I found out later on that the founder was ousted by the board, so he's out of it. So you got to just kind of roll with the punches. Some of the sites mentioned for pay to play, of course, voices.com that I'm using, Voices 123, Bodalgo, and there are a few others out there. Fiverr being another one. It's not necessarily pay to play because you're advertising your services on there and hoping to pick up work. So more like for independents. So like I said, the initial investigation, there's small differences between each resource, but they can add up. And depending on what you're looking for, one may be more advantageous to you than the others. So it will cost you money to do the pay to play, Voices 123 and voices.com. They will charge you, $300 to $400 annual to join up, and then, their renewals. So hopefully if you do get on one of those and you start making money, you get a return on investment. Coaching and training. So I signed up for a coaching package of 4 meetups with the person I did my very first coaching with, Chris Grant. That starts this Friday. So I'm ready to start pushing forward on this, spending more time doing that, learning about branding and getting some marketing knowledge down and trying to get some gigs. It's kind of been up and down the last couple of weeks. Haven't had a lot of postings in there for the last week or so. I'm not sure why, other than it's summer and, folks are out on vacation. Yeah, still haven't landed a gig, but there's got to be one out there with my name on it. I'm sure there's some way to get experience outside of the pay-to-play sites. I just need to start finding it. Oh, yeah. The elephant in the room, we talked about AI, and I've watched a few things on AI. That was brought up by a talent, basically an agent. She brought it up, and she works in the industry as a VO agent, so she's aware of AI issues. And one of the things she talked about is that's what part of this strike is about, how AI should be used and trying to make sure it doesn't take away the work of talents who are trying to make a living out of this. They don't want their livelihoods interrupted because somebody recorded their voice and now decides, we can use this in perpetuity. We don't have to hire that person anymore, and we can make this thing say whatever it wants. Yeah, so that would be bad. Although I've had some people say they would rather have AI doing movies rather than what is going on now with everyone doing sequels and whatnot back after, one after the other, and not really developing anything new. So you're constantly getting retreads of TV shows and movies rather than something new. So yeah, AI is a worry. We'll see how that plays out. It could be that AI fails to become the future. I use ChatGPT to help me write my scripts in Japanese, and it works well, but it's not 100%. You always have to make sure you read it to make sure the context of what it's saying based on what you gave it is accurate. So it can translate words and sentences, but it may miss the context and the feeling you're trying to provide. So you do need to pay attention to that. So a friend of mine made the comment that AI is the way to go in movies, as I said, because of like Marvel movies, which he considers terrible and poor writing and all, would do better than the actual writers. Well, I don't know. AI is only as good as the information you put in it. So if you're putting in bad information, you're going to get bad results. I watched Dune back in the 80s. And I was like, no, I'm not watching this again. I don't care what you do with it. I just didn't care about the story. It just didn't enliven me. And with the new Doom out, I'm still not going to watch it because I'm still not interested in the story. So I don't think AI would have helped it. And I don't think it would help it now. So I'm still not going to watch it. And this is a successful movie. Made over 711.8 million, I think, worldwide. So yeah, somebody likes it, but just not me. It is just not my kind of story. Yeah. So I'm about to go on vacation here, heading to LA. So I shall be doing a little bit here and there while on vacation. Don't think you're going to get, unless something happens while I'm out in LA, I get discovered. I probably won't have much in the way of a post over the next 2 weeks until sometime in October. We shall see. But while I'm out there, I might look around and see what I can find out about, maybe going to a group of folks and seeing what I can see. So let's leave it at that for now. As always, feedback and subscriptions are always welcome. Highly encouraged. The link is at the bottom of the show notes. In case you're looking at those, posted the transcripts. If you have advice or suggestions, please share. Thank you for joining me on EJ's Voicecast. We'll catch you on the next episode.
Let's go. I wake up to a little bit of drool on my pillow, feel like it's gonna be a bad day. Yeah, I'm tired of shit, and the coffee ain't hit yet, damn, ain't that great. I don't wanna go to work, cause my boss is a jerk, and I'm not even that paid. I need a change in my life, cause I don't feel alive, and there's nothing that makes me happy. Hold my beer for a minute. I'm about to quit my job, cash in for a ticket. I'm going on a trip and I don't plan to visit. I'm gonna stay there till I feel like I'm winning. And this is just the beginning. I need a big change, help me feel like living. I need a big swing, home runs I'm hitting, and I'll never look back, moving on till I get it all. And we all got dreams, we all want things. But what you gonna do for it? How you gonna move for it? What you gonna be? And do you believe you can do anything? But what you gonna do for it? How you gonna move for it? What you gonna be? Let's go! Hey! Yeah, this is my life, my strife, my right to fight, to die on. And this is my game to play, to claim a brand new name, And I ain't gonna lie to you, I'm a bit nervous that I might screw everything up that I've ever done. But what's the point of living if you ain't having fun? I guess I'll try this, try that, might miss, gotta find what I'm good at. I guess I look here, look there, over where am I scared, where am I at? I gotta make it in this life, whatever makes me happy, know I'm doing things right. Sipping in the summer on a goose and Sprite, or find a nightclub for the end of the night, And we all got dreams, we all want things. But what you gonna do for it? How you gonna move for it? What you gonna be?